what are some of the takeaways that you would want people to know about like digital currency? Or...
It's a way to think about money. It was 3 or 4 different perspectives. I was one of them, and the convo was just about what is money in 2017 going into 18. You know, is it paper? You know, is it agreed value? What makes something currency? You know, so that was what the debate was, and everybody was revolving around that as the question. But just cryptocurrency is, I think it's like a form of karma. I think that the banks had such a crooked model that the engineers and software designers and programmers was like, we're not gonna fix this with a protest. We're not gonna fix this with a march on Wall Street. We're gonna fix this with technology. And they created a equalizer that just checkmated the whole game. You know, that's my view on it. It's just like the energy balancing out what went wrong over there, and just the disadvantage that the people were at. The cryptocurrency is balancing that out, or will in the long run. It's gonna take a while, but it's gonna create an option, and you're not gonna have to go operate in that system that led to like 2008, all the banks collapsing and the real estate bubble and all the malpractice of power that, you know, was happening in the banking industry and the central banks and all that. So it's like, damn, that was slick. Whoever came up with that was slick. If you really peep it from a political point of view, you know what I mean? That was real effortless checkmate. You know what I mean? They exited before anybody knew what was up.
Yeah, it still got bailed out.
You know what I'm saying?
It's crazy. It's interesting conversation.
All the opportunities that exist in cryptocurrency are time sensitive. And so, you know, outside of the strength of the company, the capacity of the owner, just the model that they built was unique. So we wanted to come see it. And when we saw it, it was something that we wanted to write a check for immediately. You know, so we cashed out yesterday. We locked in our acquisition of a percentage. And you know, yes, it was really inspiring.
Cool. Felt great.
It's all good.
Right.
Easy.
So let's have this is copy. This is the exact same thing.
Yeah.
This one too.
Let's use the same info.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Cool.
Good to
Official,
go.
man.
It's official. We locked in. Get money.
Let's do
Yes,
it.
sir.
Nice.
Love. See? That's really it. You know what I mean? So it's online, it'll be live, we involved. It's a lot of other very influential people involved. A lot of people got wealthy, have flipped money, have become successful in this space already. And it's just starting. We shouldn't be last. Hip hop shouldn't be last.
Prince Meltem, are we at a point where it needs to be more widely accepted?
No, not really. Look, the important thing to remember is in this initial iteration of this offering, it's really going to be a walled garden, meaning that cryptocurrencies are not going to leave the PayPal environment. So nobody is bringing in crypto from outside the PayPal environment. It's sort of an internal ecosystem. And eventually, I think this is paving the way for PayPal launching its own cryptocurrency. If you recall, PayPal was part of the initial Facebook Libra consortium. They dropped out this time last year, actually. And so I wouldn't be surprised if in the next 6 to 12 months, we see PayPal launching its own digital currency, similar to a digital dollar that we see in many payments companies in the Asia Pacific region in particular.
Karen, do you have a question?
Yeah, thanks for being on. Do you think that things like this PayPal announcement are the next leg of the Bitcoin story? Or do you think that it's something like the U.S. currency, devaluation of the U.S. currency or fiat currencies, which is sort of a bigger macro story?
Yeah, so at CoinShares, we now manage $1 billion in crypto assets under management. And largely what we've seen is institutions are not really yet ready to engage with Bitcoin. Many of them are interested.
det är det att jag har mitt visitkort i form av en så kallad webblaunch till min LinkedIn-profil. Så det tycker jag är ganska trevligt och smidigt att kunna räcka fram handen till någon som vill ha mina kontaktuppgifter efter ett möte till exempel. Personligen ser jag inga nackdelar. Jag vet att det finns folk som har farhågor att man skulle bli spårad, men det är en passiv teknologi. Så det finns ingen kontroll över själv. Man behöver komma väldigt nära för att läsa av informationen på chippet. En del tycker eller tror kanske att det gör ont att få ett chip implanterat, men det går att jämföra med ett getingstick skulle jag säga, så att det är inte speciellt. Förhoppningen är den stora grejen är när det blir möjligt att göra betalningar. Det är det jag framförallt väntar på som en enskild funktion. Men naturligtvis ser jag framför mig ett helt ekosystem där man kan använda chippet för all typ av access och även bära med sig sin egen identitet på ett smidigt sätt.
Rockatayi Howard. Now NIPSEY, he had on the track, how he started the track off, he was like, I spit so many Jews, fools are gonna get chipped. Now, my thing is, what the fools got to do with chip? And he said the game don't change, you know what I'm saying? So you saying you spitting Jews, most of the time when somebody say they spitting Jews, that mean they giving knowledge. They dropping Jews, they dropping secrets, mysteries, dark sayings, you see. Then he say, fools will get chipped, or fools gonna get chipped. What are you saying, bro? Is you promoting the chip? Are you setting up the chip? Did they pay you to help set up the chip and promote the chip? What's really going on? You see what I'm saying? Because he promoting this digital dollar before anybody promoting it. Then you get knocked off. What you thought you was going to do? You learned too much information. Then you saw the end. Once you invested in the company, you must have saw the end game. Then once you saw the end game, they just said, oh, we're going to have to put one of his peoples on him because he going to end up running his mouth and before we can even set up our infrastructure. But he helping set up the infrastructure and he's watching the people who setting up the infrastructure. He even got to start a company to say follow the people that's setting up the infrastructure for the chip. God dang. So, you know, these people, man, they think they slick. But see, the thing about it is, this is the most high chip. See, he's chipping these peoples who ain't got no faith. Who ain't got no faith and who don't believe in the scriptures. You see, because he tells you in the scriptures what to do. Now, it don't matter what's going on in the world. As long as you follow what he told you not to do in the scriptures, they can do anything they want to do in the world. You following his instruction. And by you following his instruction, he gonna help you out. Now in Revelation 14, it tells you, and the third angel followed, Revelation 14:9, and the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast in his image and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, verse 10, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of God, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation, his righteous hatred. And he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. That means they gonna be there while you getting God's wrath poured out on you with these nuclear missiles. And they gonna be watching these nuclear missiles hit your behind. Because you took this man, you received this man's mark in your hand and your forehead. And the beast ain't nothing but these red dragons right here. You see? And that's why he say don't trust your enemy, because they'll let you help them set up their operation and then get somebody to knock you off. You see? Because you know too much. You know, they show you that in their mafia, Italian mafia film. Oh, he know too much. We got to knock him off. You know. So you trusting these red dragons, not knowing that they setting your behind up. And he didn't have no kind of protection. Even if he was he was an Ethiopian, but if he was a scattered Israelite, he wouldn't have still had no protection. But I'm gonna leave it there. Don't take that chip. If you do, you know the consequences. And this dude, he wasn't even he didn't know who he was, pretty much, and he faces the consequences for just trying to help these dragons set the thing up. So I'm gonna leave it there. All praise to Yahweh Hashem Yahawashi, by Hashem Rekakadash. Double honors to the elders pushing the truth. Peace of these elect worldwide. The kingdom is at hand. Shalom.